Hi guys, welcome back to Learn Business with Jay, the channel where I share the tips and tricks and things I've learned along the way while building my tall fashion brand with Anna London. Today I'll be talking about the 5 pieces of information you need to have before getting in contact with a manufacturer. Firstly, and probably most obviously, you need to have a design. You're asking a manufacturer to make something, you need to tell them what you want to be made. You should be as clear as possible with your design. You should know where you want trimmings or what kind of trimmings you want, i.e. zips, buttons, if you want adjustable straps, if you're going to have straps or it's going to be an asymmetric cut, all these kind of things you need to know and be very clear on. The biggest issue that people have with manufacturers is communication, and if you're not clear about exactly what you want, you're going to have this issue. So make sure you know exactly what you want. If you're just having a simple sketch, try and have reference photos. So you might want the bottom of that skirt with the side of that top with the sleeves of that shirt or that kind of thing, and put them together surrounding the photo or the sketch if you aren't really good at sketching. Also, if sketching isn't your forte, I recommend using a croquis, I think that's how you pronounce it, or croquis. It's basically a template of a human body. You just sketch on top of that. That helps a lot, especially when figuring out dimensions and how, like, what you want things to be. Also with the design, if you're not using a tech pack, you obviously want measurements. So if it's going to be maxi length, you want the exact measurement of a dress versus just saying maxi, because obviously maxi depends on the height of the person and so on and so forth. So yeah, you need as much details as possible with your design, so it's as clear as possible, and the better the communication, the better the result. Secondly, you need to know what kind of fabric you want. This kind of connects with the design but in more detail. So if you want satin, what weight of satin do you want? What's the name of the satin? What's the colour? All these kind of things is really important to know, especially if you're working with an international manufacturer or any manufacturer that's sourcing the fabric for you. You need to make sure they get the right one. The best way to communicate this is to get samples of fabrics, or swatches rather, of fabric. That way they'll have the name, the weight, the stretch, all of that piece of information. You can just transfer that and relay that to your manufacturer. It's a lot better than trying to explain in like your own kind of terms of, I want it this stretch, and like stretching fabric on videos, that's just messy. This way with the swatches should come with all the information about the fabric. Some of them even come with color codes, or like the name of the fabric and that kind of thing is really, really helpful. Also it should come with the composition of the fabric. So if it's, I don't know, how much elastic it has in it, how much cotton and these kind of things, how much polyester. So that'll really help you again with communication, because communication leads to good results. Also, if you're manufacturing in the UK, and a lot of UK manufacturers require you to get your own fabric, it's really important, like I mentioned in a previous video about fabric, to make sure you find out the stock of the fabric. So if it's something quite simple like I don't know, a black cotton or black jersey, you should be fine. But if it's a pattern one that you're not designing yourself, then make sure that they have enough stock. So when you come back to order the fabric for your bulk order, they have it run out and they start the sampling process all over again. That was okay. Thirdly, you need to know your time scale, so when you need the pieces by, your deadline. This again helps with communication. It also helps you decide if that factory or that manufacturer is the right one for you. If, I don't know, if you need the samples by end of January and you're contacting them end of December, and it takes them 6 weeks to get a sample, they're not the ones for you. Also, it helps you keep them accountable to your time scale. It helps you be able to check up on them. I recommend checking it at least once every 2 days when doing bulk orders, especially abroad, just to make sure that all the details are correct. Ask for photos and videos of everything, from buttons to labels to even just seeing the pieces sewn. Make sure that everything's okay, because you aren't physically there to check it yourself. And it's good to try and quality control and do quality checks before you even get the pieces. It also helps you to get any mistakes rectified before it's too late. But knowing this time scale helps with accountability and also with managing your expectations. If they say 6 weeks and it's only been 3 weeks, then you can't really be too annoyed if it's not done. Similarly, if they say 6 weeks and it's been 10 weeks, then you have some ground to stand on regarding being upset and being annoyed. Number 4 is good to know how many pieces you want. The best way, and the thing that I recommend you do, is ask for their MOQ rather than saying how many pieces you want. From my experience with Chinese manufacturers, the MOQs meaning minimum order quantities, can range from anywhere from 35 to 5,000. So it's really important to ask them for their MOQ before moving forward. However, saying that, there was a manufacturer who said their MOQ was 300. I said that was too high and they went down to 100. I think because a lot of fashion brands have sadly gone under, all these manufacturers don't have as many customers, so they're being very flexible at the moment with MOQs. So I definitely recommend at least getting in contact, because it's a great time to start with manufacturers because everyone's really flexible at the moment. But yeah, definitely find out how many pieces you want, how many pieces you think you can sell. By having a number in your head, it helps avoid you getting kind of pressured or encouraged to order a higher quantity than you can manage. So if you have a number that you need to stick to, it will avoid you kind of getting swept away in the rush and in the excitement of starting a fashion brand. And lastly, it's really important to know what extras you need. This can be anything from packaging to hang tags to swing tags to labels to wash care labels, any extras that they can provide. This will save you both time and money. Time, because it will save you having to attach these things yourself when they arrive. Money, because a lot of the times it's a lot cheaper for them to manufacture and get it all done for you themselves. There's some manufacturers that have quoted me 2 cents per unit to add hang tags and swing tags and wash care labels and brand labels, and some of them even offer packaging. So it's really important to find out what pieces that you would want. So you have these designs ready. Again, with going back to the designs, you have the designs ready. It saves you time, saves you stress, it saves you from being frustrated, and also it provides effective communication. So if you know what you need, it will help you communicate with them as well, and also help you negotiate a good price. So those are the 5 pieces of information you need to have before getting in contact with a manufacturer. I hope you found that super useful. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Learn Business with Jade, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.